so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket, there's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo!
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wild card matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Vikings going up against the Redskins.
Thank you, Larry. And yes, snow in our nation's capital. That's the story as we join you from FedEx Field here in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the two guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third down, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. First carry for Dalvin Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ingram again. And he's got some space here. The 20. Still going. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
To throw on second down is Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On third and long, it's Keenum. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go screen. This is Ingram. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third and short. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it. You just mentioned it, wild card. We're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your number one guy on their number one guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Ingram again, a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Cousins now from the 50. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down following the run. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
After the interception, here's Keenan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mason Foster. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On the ground, it's Cook. Cook able to escape, and he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. On second down, Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He dumps it down to Ingram. Oh, it still won't go down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Ingram, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Able to push his way through. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Here we go now. Back down, Philly. Here we go.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
A give. This is Cook. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 33. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Cook, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Keenum. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Lucky 48.
They go play action. Cousins. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Here we go now.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Keenan, and incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's 3rd and 5.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 23 yards on the play.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you
the Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Second down, Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. Jordan Reed has it. They convert on third with a gain of 22. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And complete right side to Cook. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Keenum. It's Hill, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A first down throw for Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play fake. Cousins. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hurry up, here we go. Over. Detroit.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. A final shot before half for Keenum. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. Over the middle here to Rudolph. Touchdown, Vikings. 47 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Kirk Cousins, his second touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt. Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Ingram saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Keenum to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now is Keenum. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here we go now.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Keenum to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Crowder now to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it right side to Doxson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running right. This is Ingram. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Grant. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A gain of 32 that time. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. It's Cousins on the sneak. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Mark Ingram taking it in from a yard out. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Now Cousins. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now it's Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Second down now after the incompletion.
No, Jack, Patriot! Now let's go!
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 64 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Looking long for his tight end. He's got him in, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 3rd down, it's Ingram, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. So he came that close to tying it, but this one sails wide by a whisker.
And Brandon, pro football is a game of inches in more ways than one. That one looked good the whole way. but it's agony on one sideline, celebration on the other.
Keenum now to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Second and 10, Keenum here again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Boom, that's in there, Barney.
Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. On play action, Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Cousins, 4 fourth-quarter comebacks a year ago. This one would be as sweet as any of those.
And he has the perfect temperament to run the 2-minute drill. Great confidence in himself, and he gets that out to his teammates as well. Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Ingram. They find some open field here. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd down following the run. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's back to throw, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check, Patriot. Go. Back there, Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit. Leopard. Over back there, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Keenum. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Following the interception, Cousins. They go screen. This is Ingram. The first down screen pass, good for 5. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This to advance to the divisional round. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Cousins. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And an overtime playoff game, but the rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out. But remember this, no matter how far we go in overtime, in the regular season, there was only one period. Here, we're going to go until we have a winner.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Charles, you think back to some of the great OT games in postseason history. There have been a lot of them. I think in January 2016, Hail Mary from Aaron Rodgers, but the Cardinals were able to survive that game.
Yeah, you need a Larry Fitzgerald, which the Cardinals had, to trump an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, and they did so. But let's go back. 1982. Okay, don't say it. I know I'm the old guy here. But San Diego at Miami, one of the classic NFL games that was finally decided in overtime. Dan Fouts to Kellen Winslow, and the Chargers advanced to the AFC Championship game.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. This is Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Coming left, it's Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now what can Keenum do with his drive? And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Now Keenum with his first throw in OT. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd down following the run. Diggs going in motion right. They'll try the air now with Keenum. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Keenum. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Zach Brown. He's the one to get in this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They do snap it to Keenum. Oh, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards. That time and a fresh set of downs.